Well, check it out. This is what we have on radar, which is basically nothing over the entire state of Texas and honestly over much of the United States. And that's because of that high pressure in control right over the middle of the United States. So this followed that cold front that swept through, giving us what we're seeing right now. When we have high pressure in control, now right now it's over central portion of the United States, but a lot of us dealing with these conditions. What this usually means is we're getting sinking air. We have very few clouds out there, which if you're outside yesterday, you saw for yourself, zero clouds in the sky. And it also just means we're looking at dry conditions, which I also showed you earlier. Our dew points have dropped significantly once again in the wake of that cold front. The other thing we're going to be dealing with is some pretty gusty winds coming from the north. Now, by the time we get to this afternoon, we're looking at coastal areas around that 30-mile-per-hour mark. In fact, I think these numbers are a little bit low. I think our wind gusts are going to be around that 30-mile-per-hour mark, at least for Cameron and Walsey and possibly for Hidalgo as well. Either way, though, we're looking at a little bit of a breezier day than what we've seen over the last few weeks. However, here in the valley, especially during the summer and earlier this year, we've seen a lot windier conditions, and these are going to taper off by the time you get to your Monday evening. So we're really just looking at a little bit of a breezy afternoon. Nothing to harm any plans. In fact, now you can go fly a kite. You can add some plans to your list, right? Because we're getting a little bit of that wind coming in. And if you are going to be walking your dog anytime soon, my dog gets the zoomies when it starts to get a little bit cooler outside, got a little bit of that breeze, and that's what's going on this morning. We're in the low 60s, upper 50s, and then our temperatures are only going to reach the 70s by the time we get to noon. These are great conditions to be outside, great conditions to walk your dog. Even this afternoon, we're only going to be in the upper 70s. A few of us could reach 80, maybe 82 degrees, but all in all, our highs are basically where our lows were at a couple weeks ago. And speaking of our lows, check this out. Both today, tomorrow, going into Wednesday, we should stay in that upper 50s, low 60s range until we start to warm up a little bit by the time we get to the end of the week. So this is kind of a nice visual on just how cool we could be tomorrow morning. Some of us in the low to mid 50s. So definitely going to want to pack that jacket as you're outside waiting for the bus stop, or maybe as you're going into work tomorrow morning, because for some of us here in the South, and for me included, I've been here long enough from Florida, that's a little bit on the chilly side. Don't worry though, our highs over the next few days in the 80s, we'll be right back up into the low 90s by the end of the week. All in all, looking at a very mild forecast, great conditions to make some outdoor plans.